Wizard spells, monsters roar, breaking down the culture war. When the fandom flames rise higher, you're caught up in the crossfire. Culture safe, wizard casting truth bombs, mob bringing the fire. When the hot takes hit, you're in the culture crossfire. You're caught up in the crossfire.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another night of Culture Crossfire here on both the M4 Empire and Fake Wizards Live. I am Marvin Montanaro from the M4 Empire. This is, of course,
I'm the fake wizard. Yeah,
the real
wizard,
life
yeah.
fake wizard. Get it
Real
right or
one.
pay the price.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Oh,
We're here,
man.
Marv. Dude, we were talking earlier today, and we're like, what are we gonna do? What do we do in today's show? There's a bunch of topics from the weekend, and then about an hour before we go live, the internet explodes.
The internet explodes because, guys, I was sad when Supergirl came and went, because I'm like, oh man, we're losing a Snow White. We're losing a content generating Snow White level, Rachel Zegler-esque, out of touch woke woman who just says dumb things every time she opens her mouth. And then the universe provided Lupita Nyong'o to us.
Today was like, woo! I was getting the heebie-jeebies.
It was
from what she was saying.
It was like the universe abhors a vacuum, and it just delivered. Somebody at Universal was just like, man, 500,000 dislikes. We really got to take the temperature down somehow. What do we do? I know. And they sent this woman out there. It's amazing because this press tour is going to be absolutely despicably disgusting. We even found out where the press tour is going and where it's not going, and that's even a story. So there's a lot to discuss today when it comes to the Odyssey. Good Lord. I mean, we've got
a big topic.
We've even got an Amanda Stenberg story tonight if we can get to it.
I hope my connection holds up, because we have a bad storm hitting right now. So if I pop in and out or a robot, that's why. But otherwise, man, let's get to the people, and then let's get to the crossfire.
Yep, let's get to the chat right away, because we do have some chats out there. All right, over on my channel, Mark Fields with the 199 says, positive vibes to you all. Have a wonderful night. You too, Mark Fields. And the wizard over on your channel, Mark Fields.
Yes, salutations, good wizard. Have positive vibes. Thank you, Mark Fields.
There you go. Mark Fields, the Birdman himself. Juliet over on my channel with the £2 says, morning, Culture Crossfire in chat. Good morning to you as well, Juliet.
Good morning.
Yeah. And so there you have it, wizard. That's our opening salvo, if you will. We will check in with the chat in between stories. But, man, there is a lot to talk about. So I think we got to get right to the culture.
Let's get to it.
The Odyssey has exploded with dislikes to over 500,000 people clicking the old thumbs down button, as the film's official X account also disables replies. We're going to talk about it today in the Crossfire. Wizard, this is the story that keeps on giving, because not only does this happen, but then there's a cameo running appearance by Elon Musk.
Look, man, I don't know how this movie's going to do anymore. The 500,000 dislikes and also it's probably more than that. Like, because the dislike button usually undervalues what it actually is, so it's probably more than what is being reported now.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion, we've talked about it on this show, we've talked about it each on different shows. Like, is this movie going to is it going to make money? I don't know anymore.
You know what? As of this morning, I was saying yes, it's going to. But the more that they talk, the more I'm like, man, if anything could tank this, it's probably what's happening right now. So let's take a look. The controversy surrounding Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey continues to intensify as the film's official trailer has now crossed a stunning new milestone in terms of YouTube dislikes. Now, Wizard, at the time that I wrote this article, we were sitting at 63,000 likes to 507,000 dislikes. Now, I'm going to check real quick. I got to use another browser because that's the one that has the YouTube. The YouTube dislike thing is not working on the browser that I use typically for StreamYard. So let me check real quick just to see what's going on over there. Because, I mean, it is a stunning amount of dislikes. I mean, like, you really have to work hard to piss off this many people, especially for a Christopher Nolan movie. Oh, mon ami! 65,000 likes to 564,000 dislikes, Wizard.
We're up another 30,000 dislikes since I last saw it.
Yep, this is going to be at 600,000. This could hit the million before it comes out. I mean, Snow White hit over 1 million dislikes, so, shoot for the stars. Christopher Nolan's never one to be outdone.
They're attracting, like, and with the stuff we're going to get into, they are stoking this fire. We're at bonfire levels now of like hate mobbing for this because they're earning it. Like, they're earning all of the hate for this. And God bless them, man.
It is insane. But the dislikes have surged. We can count that with a browser extension. But then when you go over to the official Odyssey X account, limits replies as backlash grows. We've got this here. The Odyssey cast joins Christopher Nolan in London. Get tickets now to experience the Odyssey in cinemas July 17th. Only some accounts can reply.
Cowards. You cowards.
You cowards.
Absolute cowards, man. All right. So people are unhappy. Yes.
Let's take a quick look over here, right at the Odyssey movie, right here. So can we comment on the trailer? No, we cannot comment on the trailer. They have turned comments off on the trailer, Wizard, after it got 4.8K replies.
Can I just start out by saying it must really suck to be Universal right now. Think about it. Think about Universal, the position that Universal is in. Universal is like, come here, Chris. Come here, Mr. Nolan. Come on, we'll give you all the money. You get away from those Warner Brothers meanies. Yeah. Come here. We'll give you everything you want. And then he turns around and ships this.
Christopher Nolan and Emma Thomas, replies are turned off. Travis Scott at the world premiere, replies are turned off. Charlize Theron, replies are turned off. Tom Holland, replies are turned off. Matt Damon, yep. And there it is. Anne Hathaway. This one here. And this is the big one, right? This is the one that we were looking at before. Now take a look, because they did let some through, Wizard, on this one. Because only some accounts can reply. So let's see which accounts were allowed to reply. Oh, never mind. I guess they got rid of those, because there were a couple of replies on this.
Check hidden. Check the hidden comments.
Did they hide them?
See if there's any. View hidden replies.
No, okay, nothing to see here.
All right, so
nothing to see here.
So yeah,
keep moving. Nothing to see.
They have hidden things. The whole account is on lockdown. So we are now in a position of damage control. We are hiding from the truth. We are gaslighting the public, and we're going to pretend like everything is incredible, hunky dory. We're having a grand old time making all.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. This was the original.
3 million views.
Mm-hmm. So let's see which replies they let through. Missing Theron, Page, and some more actors, but overall can't wait for the movie. Can't wait for Christopher Nolan's IMAX Odyssey. This star-studded London cast lineup looks epic. July 17th can't come soon enough, says not a bot.
It says bots.
Yep, that is such a bot response. And I love this cast so much. And then the probable spam is Save Stargate and just a picture of the Punisher.
John Barenthal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. Yeah. That's who they're letting through. Now, as if like, you know how like people are saying this is really disrespectful to the Greek people, to the Greek culture.
Oh, yes. They're very upset.
Yeah. Pretty big thing that has been said. Well, let's take a look at where this press tour is going. The Odyssey Global Tour, Wizard. Let's see. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to London. Go to Greece. Jolly old London. We're going to Paris. Oh, Gay Paris. Très magnifique.
We're pretty far.
Oh, Mumbai. Pack your white bread and peanut butter, folks. New York City, the Big Apple itself. Let's go to Beijing, because we got to chase those Chinese dollars, right?
Okay.
And then, of course, Seoul, South Korea, and that's it.
Yeah, man. No Athens.
They're not going to Greece. They're not going to promote this movie in Greece.
No Thessaloniki. No Greece. No nothing. Nothing.
I couldn't
It's great, man. So, and you know what? And that's just like stoking the flames on this giant fire because, you know, I've talked about this before. This is the last stand of Hollywood. This is the final gaslight. This is the emperor has no clothes. We're seeing you for who you really are. You want to preach diversity. You want to preach multiculturalism. You want to preach that, oh, representation is good until it gets to a point where, hey, there is absolutely no representation or multiculturalism or diversity. Well, there is diversity, but it's certainly not representing the people that represent this culture. Instead, you cast mostly white people in roles that, you know, I guess could have been Greek, might have been Greek. And then the roles that would likely have been white people, you cast as other people.
Yep. And roles that might have been, you know, men were cast as women. So Elon Musk also called Christopher Nolan a worm over the Odyssey. This is back when it was only at 428K dislikes. He said Christopher Nolan desecrated Homer and groveled on his knees just to meet the woke rules required to win an Oscar. What a worm.
Well, I think this will win an Oscar. And I think
of course
I now believe. I used to believe, and I've talked about this on Friday Night Tights. We talked about it together here. This movie is designed to make $1 billion. When it doesn't make $1 billion, it will be considered a failure internally, but also I now think it will not hit 800. I used to think it would hit 850.
How pissed
now
do you
I don't think it will.
Yeah, how pissed do you think movie theaters are, though, right now? Because they're not getting Spider-Man Brand New Day in IMAX because of this movie. Because Christopher Nolan has it set up that he has to have IMAX for multiple weeks.
There is just... Look, if you're in the theater business for this, I think you're just rolling with the punches at this point because you're so used to this happening. Look at Snow White. I remember how many showings did Snow White have? Every showing. Oh my gosh, they were playing it every hour, playing Snow White, and no one went to see it. All the movies from this year that have all those... Look at the Star Wars. All the showings of Star Wars, and no one is sitting in them. You know, Obsession, they're making money on. Supergirl. Nobody's seeing it. Nobody cares.
Nobody's seeing it, yeah. Toy Story was in IMAX. They were making money on that. But
yes, they were.
Wizard, it can't get much worse than this, right? Like, this is pretty bad. 500,000 dislikes. The world's richest man, the first trillionaire who's ever lived, trashes you, calls you a worm. You're turning off the comments on all of your tweets because you don't want wrongthink happening in your comments section. It couldn't possibly get worse, right?
Well, every single time I think, oh, it can't get worse, it gets worse.
It gets worse. Here we go. Lupita Nyong'o, who's playing Helen of Troy, is telling us a little bit about her character and what we should take from it.
The most iconic character I played is Helen of Troy, and she's known for her beauty.
Yeah.
But my big question is, who's the woman behind the beauty? You know, because when that's all you're known for, that must be burdensome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like that must be frustrating for her
Yeah,
amongst
you know,
many
I got
other things.
going on.
You know who I feel bad for, Wizard? I feel bad for these interviewers who have to agree with them.
Oh no, they're in on it. They're
Like
in on this
like the interviewer
on it.
who's standing there when Rachel Zegler said weird, had to go like super weird.
Oh, you mean they got to fake it?
Yeah, they got to fake it.
The professional liars have to fake it with the other professional liars.
Correct. Oh my goodness, man. This is absolutely crazy. So she's out here. First of all, this was the calm thing. This was the light. This was the softball that she threw. And I think Universal was like, oh, well, that was not great at all. But, you know, at least it can't get much worse than that, right?
Well,
buckle up for this statement.
But before we get to the other one, just to break that one down, just because there's more to say about the first one. When asked the question of, like, you know, talking, basically any question that's being asked of you, you're on a press tour. It is your job to ship the movie, sell the movie. The questions that Lupita Nyong'o just brought up, oh, well, who's the woman underneath? That's not important. You're a side character in this. You're not even a main character in this. You're a big deal, but you're not in the movie that much. You're important to it, but you're not in it that much. Shut up and sell the movie. Don't do these. Oh yes, I am the Confucius here. Yes, I'm doing the David pose. I'm deep thinking. No.
Just sell the movie.
Sell the movie.
Just sell. But now, like, she's made it a feminist thing now by having to be like, well, she's more than just her beauty. She's the face that launched 1,000 ships, man. That's what it is. I'm sorry. Also, I have a feeling she's going to be in this movie for like 5 minutes.
Well, looking at the comments here, that's why they gave her the second character. That's why they gave her this twin sister.
Yeah,
to put her in the movie more. Helen
is not in the Odyssey.
Right.
She's in the Iliad, which is the story of the Trojan War. This is the Odyssey. The majority of this is going to be Matt Damon trying to find his way home without asking for directions.
Yep. Yep.
But, Wizard, it gets so much worse. Because here it is. Here is the Rachel Zegler moment when she was asked if you could talk to Homer, the man who wrote the Odyssey, 3,000 years ago, what would you say to him? And this was her response.
I'd be like, so Homer, how do you feel about the screen time given to these women, considering how little you spend?
Wait. Pause. We're gonna have to break this down line by line for a second. How much screen time?
Well, yeah. First of all, screen time. Yeah.
How much screen time would you give these women? Okay, let's just say she's being funny, haha, on using screen time.
Mm-hmm.
The story's not about them. It's not about you.
Thank you. Yep.
Oh my God.
It is the classic Doctor Strange clip. It's not about you, but it's always about these women.
But or anybody. Like, wait a minute.
How dare you, a man who lived 3,000 years ago at a time when only men fought in wars, write a story about a man who fought in a war?
But this is like saying, how come the Jungle Book doesn't have Koreans in it? It's like, because it's the Jungle Book, and it's about Mowgli the boy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Koreans to be in the movie. Why would you be asking? That's such a silly question.
Could you imagine?
The same thing here.
Could you imagine if a woman like this goes back in time and tries to get Homer to change the Odyssey to become more politically correct for 2026?
You know, why isn't Winnie the Pooh eating lasagna? Well, because he's eating honey. Well, he should be eating lasagna. That's what you're saying. That is what you're saying here. It's there's the clip. The one thing that there's a clip of I don't know who it is. It's something in the UK where they have the news. They bring the two newscasters on, but they have a celebrity chef in who's making a recipe. Marv, you may have seen this viral clip, and they make this pasta dish, and the newscaster lady, she eats it. She goes, if there was ham in this, it would be something else. And the guy goes, Yeah, if my grandmother has a wheel, she would be a bike. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Stop trying to change things to fit your prerogatives.
Like, of all the things to do, like, you have 500,000 dislikes on this trailer. You cannot open any tweet to replies because people are so anti this movie. You go out and you attack Homer? You go out and you call Homer a misogynist?
I just stop trying to change the stories of the past. This
You
is
know,
an attack on the past. That's what this is.
I thought it was bad enough when they tried to, like, impart their 2026 values onto, like, Walt Disney, who, you know, died in the 1960s. But to do it to a man who lived 1,000 years before Christ?
Well, you know, they were just they just needed updates. Okay, they needed to be updated to fit modern sensibilities. We actually need to put Homer through re-education camp. That's what we need.
Well, yeah.
Homer needs to be re-educated.
Look, Wizard Homer is deeply problematic. You know,
Yeah, deeply problematic.
I've also heard that he drinks a lot and occasionally chokes his son, but it's okay because it's hilarious. It's a Simpsons reference.
It took me a second there. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, I should know this. Oh, it's Homer. Oh, Homer.
Yes.
Oh, Homer.
So Homer, how do you feel about the screen time given to these women, considering how little you spent with them?
Also, the Odyssey has a ton of women in it. Goddesses, literal goddesses.
Marv, I love this. This is going to go down in infamy.
Look at this guy's face.
This is going to be a clip. He's slurping it up though.
He's like, uh-oh. I know he knows what she just did, and look how proud she is of herself.
This is the new weird. This is the new whatever that face was that Millie Alcock made a couple weeks ago on the red carpet that turned into a meme. This is that, you know.
Okay.
And then do you lean forward and look at him like that?
Yes, like,
Oh yeah, and he's gonna care.
I'd be like, so Homer. How
Wait. Is that the guy that tried to get Henry Cavill to call fans toxic?
Oh, maybe.
I think it
Maybe.
is.
Hang on. Who's the interviewer here?
I don't know who the interviewer is.
What's the channel? Do we know?
I don't even know.
Okay, Henry Cavill fans toxic interview. Let's see. Henry Cavill.
I think that's the same guy.
It was The Witcher.
Yep, it was for The Witcher.
Gosh, the first video I clicked on was an Eric July video. Hold on. It is the same guy.
It is the same dude. I knew it. He's just a little bit older, but yeah, it's the same dude. You know, Wizard, actually, we also have some footage of the poor Universal PR lady who is standing off to the side listening as Lupita Nyong'o says this. This is actually exclusive footage that we have of that woman.
No, don't do that!
I hate that that's become a thing and people are going to ruin. Like, that's so important to the movie, and everybody's
really
like,
is.
let's meme the crap out of it.
It's so funny, though. Like, could you just imagine the Universal PR lady standing off to the side while she starts talking about Homer, but still trying to look positive and smile, just going...
No, don't do that!
Oh, I love it so much.
Man.
Here's the thing.
Such
I
an
was
idiot.
saying just this. I have a video coming out in literally like 20 minutes that says that I think that this movie is still going to make money, despite the fact that, you know, all these dislikes, because it's Christopher Nolan. I think they're really testing it. Can I get my tinfoil hat on for a second though?
We're already wearing it, so that's fine.
I feel like maybe they're purposely testing it because they know this movie is going to make money. And so now they could point to it as the success story for the virtue signaling, because they're like, well, look, she called Homer a misogynist and there was all these race swaps and it still made money.
Wait a minute. What you're saying is that this is revenge for Snow White.
It's 100% revenge for Snow White.
I don't give him enough credit for that. Look at what she just said. Look at these two clips back to back. She is an idiot. She's dumbass.
Slitheringly dumb.
Like this is somebody who thinks they're smarter than you. She thinks she's better than the audience. She thinks she's more intelligent, she's basically a Redditor. She's a Redditor that goes to galas. They all are. These are all Redditors that don't have Reddit accounts, but they go to galas. They feel the same way. They think the same way.
There's another name. There's another name that I have for people like that.
Fools! Idiots! Imbeciles!
It's my favorite. I've been using that clip since day one, and there's always a reason to use it, Wizard. So what do you think this movie makes? Like, what do you think is going to be the actual, like, final box office take here?
I think I'll tell you exactly what I think. I think we are in either Wicked 1 or Wicked 2 territory, depending on how they keep it up.
So Wicked 1, you mean like respectable but not $1 billion?
Correct.
And Wicked 2, just a flat out bomb.
And I think we're in there. I think it's going to lean more towards Wicked 1. It's funny that's the barometer of success. Wicked 1 or Wicked 2. Because both of those movies were designed to make $1 billion each, just like this movie is designed to cross $1 billion. Is it for Oscars? Does it matter? They swept all of the awards for Oppenheimer, and granted, it was deserved. Oppenheimer was a great movie. That's fine.
Yeah.
But why you've already won? What do you
got to win more. You have to win more than Steven Spielberg. That's the point.
I mean, is it? Because
for him, I think
the
it is.
Writing's on the wall.
For him, I think it is, because I think look, there's a lot of people out there that think Christopher Nolan is the greatest director who's ever lived, and one of those people is Christopher Nolan.
The old Hollywood is dying, though. It's dying out. I mean, granted, I know that Nolan doesn't use a cell phone. Like, he's not caught up with people. He's not in the know on people and what's going on. Maybe he really uses Internet Explorer. That's why he casted like this.
He doesn't.
Maybe that's the problem. Phone. No, he's not on. He's not on any social media. He doesn't have a cell phone. He's one of those guys.
He is the most pretentious human being on the face of the planet. Everything that Christopher Nolan says, I'm just like, I want so badly to like you because you're so talented, but you are just the most pretentious human being who's ever lived.
Look, I've seen the trailers for this movie. I saw the trailers for Oppenheimer. I don't think this movie looks that good. I don't think it does.
He took away all the fantasy wonder from the Odyssey. It's a magical adventure. Like,
it looks. I'm gonna be wrong. I'll probably be wrong. I'll probably be surprised. I'll eat crow on that. I don't care. I think these trailers suck.
Yeah,
I do.
Bad.
I think they all suck. They all seem boring
because they're all focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on the wrong thing. Instead of being focused on this guy who's like literally battling the gods and monsters and all this stuff trying to get home, they're focused on Anne Hathaway and Tom Holland being like, oh, I really miss him.
The trailer itself tells you the positioning of how they feel about this movie. This movie is to prop up Hollywood. Why do I know that? Because do they show you the trailer, what the adventure is, what the motivation is, what the goals are? Not really. No, but they keep flashing through all of the actors in it. It's like, hey, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland, Zendaya, the Safdie brother, Lupita Nyong'o, Elliot Page. All these people are in it. You want to see all these people? Matt Damon's in it.
Jon Bernthal.
And that's it. Oh, Jon Bernthal's in it too. Yeah, we got it. It is the ultimate Hollywood movie. Think about classic Hollywood. What were all of the movies that established classic Hollywood?
Right.
That is this.
Yeah.
The Ten Commandments.
Yeah, you're right. Like it was those like old timey, like, almost biblical epics.
Stories. Yes. Yeah. And then fast forward, you get Lawrence of Arabia. which is I think that was like I see that as like the end of classic Hollywood, and I know that's a long time in, like that's many decades, but that was still you had those big time movies that were these epic. The whole country was involved with making some of these movies, and that was the goal, and that's what this is.
I hadn't really given a ton of thought to this press tour, but like if I had thought about it for a second, I would have probably said how long until somebody like either insults the original poem or insults Homer in some way.
Bingo. Everything. This is not to honor. They've literally told us this is not to honor. This is not to honor the Odyssey. This is to replace the Odyssey.
It's to fix it.
Replacement. It is
to fix it.
Which is why they're taking an adaptation of it and using an adaptation that was to replace the other Odyssey, the other translation.
So now, like when kids are going to learn, when they're going to learn about ancient Greece in school, they'll play this movie, or at least clips of it, and you will just think this is what ancient Greece was.
This is what I've been saying, man. I've been on like kind of a tirade with this because I realized it with a lot of things. With a lot of things, this summer has really done me in here with the Supergirl, the Toy Story 5, the He-Man, the Mando and Grogu. Everything is replacement. Everything is replacing how you feel and how attached you are to the old stories. This is Hollywood doing what Hollywood does best, which is it's extracting the ideas from somebody else who told a good story to make a couple of bucks.
So what do we think the odds are here that the entire movie is going to be building? There's just going to be probably a 3+ hour movie building to Matt Damon fighting Robert Pattinson. How much you want to bet Anne Hathaway kills Robert Pattinson?
Everybody I know has been saying that she's going to like shoot him or something after he's got Matt Damon pinned down.
Yep.
They're going to, yes. I fully believe it.
Because you know who started the trope of the hero is getting saved by his girlfriend? Was Christopher Nolan in The Dark Knight Rises when Catwoman defeats Bane.
Oh, she blasts him with the shit when
Catwoman shoots Bane dead with the bat pod, and Batman doesn't go, "What did you just do?" Batman's not running away with you to go cuddle in some French in some Italian cafe to wait for Alfred after that. You're going to jail.
There's a lot of problems with that movie.
I hate that movie so much.
I'm really annoyed. I didn't realize that until you just said it now.
Oh, that's one of the things I've been on for forever. Catwoman kills Bane in the end with a gun.
Dude, I didn't think of that until you just pointed it out. That
right in front of him,
Bane
in broad daylight, and he's just like, "Thanks."
Well, this is the Batman that started the I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Yes.
And once that was established with this guy, then murder is a gray area.
Mm-hmm.
It's a morally gray area.
Well, Christopher Nolan was the guy who decided that he needed to tank his third movie because Heath Ledger died. Because God forbid we just continue with what we want. People wanted more of the Joker, and he wouldn't give you more Joker because we couldn't do that to Heath Ledger. I'm like, can we start getting these actors to like, if I'm on one of these press tours, I'm like, hey, so if you die, do you want them to recast you? Like, I would ask every actor in a superhero movie that. Because Chadwick Boseman very much. Got.
Yes. Yeah, he did. Well, no, I was going to say with Dark Knight Rises, Act 1 and 2 are a good setup to a story, but it's all determinant on how you stick the landing, and they didn't stick the landing.
Well, because again, he sapped the fantastical elements out of Batman the way he sapped it out of the Odyssey. That's why Ra's al Ghul didn't have a Lazarus pit. It's why Bane didn't have Venom. It's why the Joker didn't have the Joker toxin. Like, we couldn't have any of that.
Yeah, and you know what? For the time, it was okay for the time. It was okay in a sense for the time to make, but also I didn't see this is a really good conversation then, because I don't think those Batman stories were intended to replace Batman. Those were truly adaptations of Batman, not a replacement of Batman.
Yep.
Whereas fast forward just a few more years with how the world has changed, the world keeps changing. We have corporations that have taken that like a cancer. The cancer has spread wildly across the planet. And now, and that's not to say it wasn't there before, it's just gotten a whole lot worse. And now we have where they're hijacking things to change them forever. We are not doing adaptations to make money. We are doing extractions to replace the stories.
Correct.
Because we can't beat you. We can't win anymore. So now it's about changing how your children respond to these things. This Odyssey movie is not for us. It is for it is for those who come after. Which is like a coincidence that was the big quote from last year with Expedition 33, which was an original story. An original story, and a main quote from that game was for those who come after. And that's literally, there was a warning.
It was.
That's all it's about, Marv. It's for those who come after.
Absolutely insane. So, I mean, like, I'm seeing in the chat, they're saying a reported $250 million budget on this thing, Wizard. So, at the end of the day, what does this have to make then?
Something 650. Something close 650.
Really? Because I would assume more than that.
I think, I think
because double will be 500 plus whatever the. Yeah, I guess 650 would make sense.
600, 650, but they want $1 billion. Remember that this movie is made to make $1 billion.
Well, because
if we look back,
Oppenheimer almost made the $1 billion. Has Nolan ever hit $1 billion? No, he did with The Dark Knight. Yeah,
with The Dark Knight. But Supergirl needed to make 500. Mandalorian and Grogu needed to make 550. Neither of which did.
No,
and that's awesome.
Not even close.
This movie that would put this in an area where this needs to hit at minimum 650.
Wow, insane. Well, guys, there you have it. The Odyssey is coming, whether you like it or not. The dislikes are piling up, and instead of trying to appease the fans, instead of trying to make it right, the cast is out there attacking the original piece. They're attacking the original creator, and just business as usual for Hollywood. All right, let's get back to the chat, Wizard, because we got a bunch of super chats. 02RR over on my channel. It says, Tom Sawyer Island, Rivers of America, Muppet Vision 3D, now Carousel of Progress. Could we sing There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow as a final tribute? No, I would not take time out of the show to do that, but you are more than welcome to do it.
Are they're shutting down Carousel of Progress?
They are reimagining the Carousel of Progress, Wizard.
No!
Had its final day of operations yesterday.
Oh, what?
They are putting a Walt Disney animatronic in the beginning of it, and then each scene is going to be different. And there's going to be a rainbow flag somewhere.
No!
As we go along, we're it's going to be like different families of different backgrounds, and they are going to modern Disney this up.
It wasn't. It was supposed to be a timepiece forever. That was the point.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that was the point of it.
I know.
I didn't know this. You're breaking the news to me, man.
My favorite part of it was like the one where you go through and he's just like, it's 1943 and everything's great. And I'm like, maybe not everywhere, John. I don't think everything's great everywhere right now.
But that, oh no.
Yeah.
It was
John. Goodbye, John. Goodbye, Rover. They'll probably make Rover a cat just to piss me off.
They're going to change the song too.
They can't change the song. It would be the dumbest thing they could ever possibly do if they changed that song.
They're gonna bring in Laverne Cox to sing "It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow." That's what they're gonna do.
It's gonna be a new version, and I'm gonna hate it because they're gonna do something to modern it up.
Yeah,
they're gonna change something. Maybe we might get some lyric changes, but you're still gonna get Big Beautiful Tomorrow, I think.
No, that's what I mean. They're going to change the lyrics to Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't
and
believe that. I
when
didn't know
it becomes a reality, it's a big melting pot of diversity because it's a great big, like it's going to be that kind of thing.
That's too on the nose. It very well could happen.
It's 100% what's going to happen. Over on your channel, Wizard.
Damn, dude. The Duke of 5A for a 10 says, report $250 million budget. How accurate do you think that is? Bets on total box office. Thank you for that.
Yes,
I think 250 is low. Every time we get a production budget, it's usually lower than it actually is. I think this movie was a blank check. Not a doomsday blank check. I think Nolan would do things within reason, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was closer to 300. I just wouldn't be. That sounds more on par. And I do think it's gonna be either between 750 and 800. I think for every viral clip, it loses $20 million at the box office.
It's possible. You got a lot of press tour left to go there, Wizard. They're going to be talking to Lupita. Yeah. And now that she said what she said, if it blows up the way it's probably going to blow up, every interviewer is going to start asking her these kinds of questions. Because they know they'll get... Mark Malkin is salivating right now over what he's going to get her to say on the red carpet.
So, what would you say to Homer?
Don't you think Homer's problematic? Chevetti for $2 says DC movies need to be declared a gun-free zone.
Ooh, that's funny.
With two ends. Yes, it is funny.
Yeah.
Over on your channel.
Gun jammed. Archimedes for a 20 banger says, for the beard, thank you. Love your content and keep making the good stuff. I wonder how badly animation is doing while we're discussing the death of Hollywood. I mean, look, animation, sometimes there's bangers, sometimes there isn't. Sometimes they do great things. For instance, I'll say this, and I know this is going to sound a little weird. There's a new Star Wars series on the way. It's the Star Wars Visions show.
Yes.
I'm actually looking forward to it because I don't know if you've seen those 2 episodes setting up for this.
No,
they're bangers, man. They're good. They're good. I didn't need another magical girl Star Wars show. She's not a girl boss. Let me put it that way.
We are now at the point where there have been more female protagonists than male protagonists in Star Wars, I think.
Oh yeah. But the story there was, you would have to see it. You'd have to see it to better prepare for it. That first episode, holy shit.
Okay, tell me where to find it now. Did you ever watch the Avatar Wan thing that I sent you?
No, I didn't. But
they condensed it into 16 minutes, so
I have to watch it.
Yeah. There you go. Over on your channel.
Archer Merchant for 2 says even Greeks are calling her and the movie out. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
I have a very close Greek connection through family, and they're not happy. They are not happy. They feel very left out. And you don't leave Greeks out of a party; they never forget it.
Nope.
It's funny. All Greeks around the world will hate Christopher Nolan forever now. He has made like a permanent enemy of the Greek people around the world.
They keep
it
a
is
grudge.
Fascinating to see.
Mm-hmm. Mike Glass, member for 13 months, says she's referring to Greek philosophers being surrounded by young male students. She's confusing Homer with Plato. That would be funny if that was what she was doing. Over on your channel.
Well, Arch Merchant for 2 says, wouldn't it be funny if Greece banned her in reply? I don't know if there's enough grounds to do that, but that would. Look. Greece is we've already seen statements from a lot of people in Greece, so that would be very funny. I think what would be funnier, though, instead of Greece doing anything, what would be more satisfying is if people just don't see this movie.
Yeah.
Don't support this movie. This movie needs to flop. It won't, but it needs to flop. You want to really kill Hollywood? Kill this movie. Don't see it.
Over on your channel.
Robin 10 gifted 5 fake Wizards Live memberships. Thank you, Rob. Turn the chat a little more green.
Awesome. Fantastic. And Sean, formerly known as John, for 199 says, love you, Marvin, but don't do that gayest thing. Well, thank you very much, Sean, for the 199 and for the gayest comment we've ever gotten on the show. the gayest super chat ever. So, all right, Wizard. I think we are ready to get to. You know what? I can't wait for this Amanda Stenberg one. So I think we got to jump to that.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's a good one, man. I want to make sure we get to it. So let's get back to the culture. The Acolyte star Amanda Stenberg is back in the news, and no, she's not going to F with your discourse this time. Well, this time somebody else is not going to F with hers. She has been blocked by the author of Children of Blood and Bone, the fantasy novel that she is starring in the adaptation of. So let's have a look at it today in the Crossfire. This is my favorite story of the week. Like, the Odyssey, whatever, Supergirl, sure. This is my favorite story because it is just... like definitive proof of what just a horrific human being this girl is. If like now she is now involved in her second franchise project, and once again there's drama surrounding her. That's called a pattern, Wizard.
I can't believe she got work after. I can't believe she got work this big after doing. I mean, and that's not to say that this is a big deal, but why would a casting director bet on her?
So here's the greatest thing about this. When she got cast in this, all of her like woke little fans turned on her because they said she's not black enough for this role because she's half white. And she had a conniption on TikTok because they said that she was not black enough to be this character because she's biracial. She's half white.
Well, if you look at the picture right there on screen, one doesn't match the other, Marv.
Well, yeah, you know, honestly, it really depends on your outlook on if, you know, her African-American side is half full or half empty. So, you know, it's a philosophical question, really.
It's a really deep dive there.
Yeah, yeah. So, Children of Blood and Bone author Tommy Adeyemi is publicly distancing herself from Paramount's upcoming adaptation of her own best-selling fantasy novel, and the controversy has now placed former The Acolyte actress Amanda Stenberg, a.k.a. Amanda Sameface, the woman with the amazing talent of playing two characters in one show with only one facial expression. We see her right here
and
looking,
that's
it. Perturbed or confused or constipated or in love. I don't know. She got the one face. I call her Amanda Same Face. Despite the fact that she co-wrote the screenplay alongside the director and previously served as executive producer on the project, Adeyemi revealed that she has no plans to support or even watch the finished film. However, the most explosive part of the fallout may involve Stenberg, who plays Princess Amari in the upcoming movie. Adeyemi shared a screenshot of a private exchange with the actress, showing that their relationship has apparently deteriorated dramatically after Stenberg previously claimed the author personally supported her casting. So Adeyemi took to social media to explain why she's been silent regarding the upcoming Paramount film adaptation. Before we do that, Wizard, I want to jump ahead because this is about the backlash right here. Right here. Before the fallout became public, casting Amanda Stenberg as Princess Amari had already created debate among the fans of this book. Now, some readers criticized the decision, arguing that casting did not accurately reflect the descriptions and themes of Adeyemi's original novel. Huh. Doesn't that sound familiar, Wizard?
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, like White-Armed Helen over in, the Odyssey. But, the same people that are mad about this are probably the same people telling us to accept the fact that Lupita Nyong'o is Helen of Troy. The debate centered on colorism in Hollywood, with some fans claiming the industry frequently casts lighter-skinned or biracial actresses in roles they believe were intended to represent darker-skinned black women. Stenberg, whose mother is black and father is white, if you couldn't tell by the last name Stenberg, addressed the criticism She addressed the criticism in a now deleted TikTok video where she invoked Adeyemi's name, and the actress defended her involvement in the project and pointed to Adeyemi's support as evidence that she belonged in the role. Now, why would she delete that? Hold on, let's find out. Here is the video on the TikTok, which I do not use the TikTok, but why don't you post about the adaptation of your first film?
Oh boy.
All right, I'm just going to read it out of the article. She said, I can't do the tickety talks. There is a reason I will not post anything about the adaptation of my work. That's all, she wrote. She later elaborated, and lastly, since somebody asked me, I have not seen the film and I will not watch it. It's been painful holding this back from you all, and I'm sorry if any of you thought I did not care about us more than any glitter. I don't know what that means. I think the only thing that it means is that I probably would not become friends with this woman if we met in real life. Like, we'd probably have nothing to talk about. So, here's the Amanda Stenberg part. Part of that TikTok video is a screenshot of a text message with Amanda Stenberg. So, the controversy became more heated when an Odyssey revealed an apparent February 2025 text exchange with Amanda Sameface. The exchange reportedly occurred around the same time Stenberg posted the now deleted TikTok responding to her criticism over her casting as Princess Amari. In that video, Stenberg reportedly pushed back against criticism by saying that Adeyemi herself supported her taking on the role. But here's the author's last message to her. Do not ever use my name in an interview or video again. Do not text me. Do not call me. With the periods at the end of each one. And then, you blocked this content. Amanda Stenberg. Apparently, so the only thing we can really see that she says here, it looks like she says something like know how to continue this way. Know how to continue this way. My only hope was to reconnect as human beings. What a ridiculously pompous thing to say.
What does that mean?
That's an Amanda Stenberg thing. That like the way she speaks is like.
That's
do you remember
such a control.
Do you remember that big Instagram thing she did about the Acolyte being canceled?
Yeah.
It was all just stuff like this. It was all just this pompous, I grew up in Hollywood, like nonsense. But yeah, do not ever use my name in an interview or video again, which is why she deleted it, I'm sure. Do not text me. Do not call me. You blocked this contact. Stenberg's, so here's what Amanda Stenberg had claimed. Speaking to Blavity, she said the author told her that seeing the reaction she received after being cast as Rue in the Hunger Games helped inspire the creation of Children of Blood and Bone. So not only is Amanda Sameface perfect for the role, she's the whole reason the book exists in the first place, Wizard. So how dare anyone say that she should not be cast as this character?
You need some proof on that one, man. Like, is there any proof that the whole book series was based off of you in the Hunger Games movie?
Well, she tells us right here. Tommy goes, Amanda, I want you to know that when you were a little girl and were cast as Rue in the Hunger Games, and you had these racist remarks thrown at you because people said that Rue's death wouldn't be as sad because you're a black girl, that inspired me. I don't remember anyone saying that. That
you know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
But everybody liked Rue, and it was universally that was such a sad thing. Everybody was devastated when she died.
I remember there being pushback when when Rue was black, because she was never specifically called black in the book. I didn't mind that one at all, though. I mean, they never said she was white either. So, you know, it was open to interpretation, I guess. At least not that I remember. I read the book, but it was like a million years ago. That inspired me to write this series so that black girls like you, half black girls, and black girls of all shades could have a story written about them. We just started crying, and I said to myself, God wants me here. So, not only, Wizard, was the book made for her, not only is she the perfect casting for this character, but God himself wants her in this movie.
We're really dragging God into this, huh?
Yep.
God ain't got anything better to do. We're going to drag God into this?
Wow. Yep.
Just when you
are you really going to fight with God over this? Because he told me that I should be in this movie.
Okay. All right. We so bored. Don't F with your discourse.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the other thing here, guys, is Amanda Stenberg has a history of just being just a notorious jackass. She became one of the most divisive names in modern Star Wars following The Acolyte. The series was heavily criticized by many fans over its writing, creative choices, and changes to establish Star Wars lore. She responded to the backlash by releasing a music video titled Discourse, which addressed the criticism surrounding the show. Now, she claimed the song was originally written years earlier, but she released it during the Acolyte controversy and used to push back what she described as racism and hostility directed toward the series. Now, Wizard, that is a response to the fact that everybody was like, wow, she had this full diss track prepared pretty quickly.
Okay, to her defense, like, it was like shot on her phone and she put it together by like the third or fourth week. But then, she had a professional team like put the edit together. Although they said like she did all this stuff, but she did it all, in Brooklyn. If you do watch it, you don't need a SWAT team of creators to make this.
Well, yes, that is also true.
I could believe she did it herself.
But it was also a trap. Because you remember what she did?
Oh, she zapped everybody that played it on their show.
Yep, when YouTube so she did a diss track, and of course every YouTuber and their mother wanted to play it on their show to make fun of her, and every single one that played it got copyright struck.
Yes, they did.
It was a trap.
Yes, they did. It was a trap to silence the haters.
Yep.
We don't F with your discourse because we're silencing discourse if we copyright strike you.
And not for nothing, but you made this diss track, and Ryan Kindle did it so much better.
Well, the AI, was it AI? I don't remember, but
I don't remember.
It was great. What a time. I started my channel around then. What a great time.
Acolyte launched my channel. It was that we were all eating real. I was real. Nobody was more upset about the Acolyte not getting a second season than me. I signed the petition to bring it back. I was like, please give me more of this.
You gave them your data?
No, I signed a fake name, but
Ryan Kinnell discourse song. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna try to find it?
It's got to be out there somewhere. I can find the normal one, but I can't find the better one.
But man, so like now, Wizard, we have to ask ourselves the question: is it possible that Amanda Sameface is just a really good person and everyone else in the world is the problem?
I think everybody else is the problem. Clearly, she was chosen by God to be in this movie. And look, so we're wrong. Guys, you're at home. You guys are wrong too. We're wrong here. Amanda Stenberg, 100% correct.
How much you want to bet that conversation that she said happened with the writer never happened? And how much you want to bet that's why she said, "Don't ever talk to me again"?
I just don't know how she gets any work after. You know what it is? It's likely.
I bet you that was a lie. Just a stone.
I mean,
cold
her career
lie.
was started on nepotism anyway.
Yeah.
Her career was started on nepotism. Daddy is loaded with money. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's rich as hell. And I'm sure it's been a few dry years after No Acolyte and Star Wars died out. And I'm sure it was just, it was a phone call from somebody that knows somebody who knew somebody else to get her, this gig. And now she's like, oh my gosh, I'm chosen by God to do this.
Yeah. I was going to do
that's a choice.
I was going to do a diss track back at her after she released the diss track. And like, I had written it all out and everything too. Like I'd written the lyrics and everything. I found the lyrics right here. It was to the Moana song, How Far I'll Go.
Oh boy.
It was like, I've been staring at the Rotten Tomatoes score as it keeps on dropping, never really knowing why. It can't be that I'm not a great actress or that my show is a hot mess. That's all gotta be a lie. Every criticism and YouTube dislike is nothing more than another civil rights strike. We're perfect, I know. Our show doesn't blow. It's you, it's not me. And then, watch me twerk like I'm fighting off a bee. Don't attack me. And it goes on and on and on. But I never ended up actually filming it.
Yeah. I'm
because it really looks like she's trying to fight a bee.
I have here something. I think we need to pull this up and look at this, Marv.
Okay.
This is from let me see if I could do this right without making a mess. Take a look here. This is I don't remember where I don't know where this is from, but here we go. I think that's the writer here. Tomi Adeyemi. I'm sorry, my love. I tried everything I could to make this work, and I do mean everything. And then somebody replies with, I think I don't know who that is, but I'm confused. Tomi, didn't you co-write the script and produce it? And you were so excited and happy when you visited the set in Cape Town and on Zethu's podcast. You said it's great and we'll love it because we're all in there. So where is this coming from? What I did was work for 14 years to make this a reality. All final decisions are the directors, and they always have been. If you were told they were mine, you were lied to on purpose.
That's got to be about Amandla. That's got to be about Amandla Stenberg.
I mean, that's news. There you go. So the author here seems to not be too happy with the creative decisions that are happening.
That's gotta be about her casting. I guarantee you. That I thought this woman would go with her because Black Girl Magic.
Right. Oh, this is from the author's TikTok.
But good Lord. Okay. There you go.
No, that was the author's
your
TikTok.
Discourse,
there.
Wizard.
No.
Don't F with your discourse. At all. Amandla, same face. She is cancerous to whatever project she is in. She is just a toxic waste dump of a human being. Clearly.
In our humble opinions.
In our humble opinions, yes. But there you go, guys. Amandla Stenberg blocked by the author of this book that she claims wrote the book for her. That she claims that God himself wants her to be in this movie. And they cried and they cried. And don't ever text me or call me again. You have blocked this contact. Good Lord. Good Lord.
What a mess.
She is just an utter mess. Let's see. It looks like we have a member chat from Just Jay, member for 1 month over on my channel. It says Hollywood Bubble Baby. That's exactly what she is. She's a Hollywood Bubble Baby. And, it says my screen is freezing up and then speeding up. I didn't notice that, but okay.
Yeah, my connection is all messed up right now too.
Yeah, it happens, guys.
So I keep popping in and out. StreamYard, man.
Yep, StreamYard it's just a wonderful thing. Thank God it's not $1 million a month. Oh wait, yes it is.
Oh wait, yes it is.
Yeah, you ready to talk about Supergirl a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Maybe one of the last times we'll ever talk about Supergirl, hopefully. Probably not.
Oh, no. There'll be something next week. This never ends.
I'm sure. All right, let's get into it. You know what? Hold on. Let me pull up the different one because there's 2 Supergirl stories, and I want to make sure we get them correctly. There we go. Let's go to it. Well, remember how Supergirl felt a lot like a James Gunn movie? Well, turns out there's a reason for that. It was a James Gunn movie. Let's talk about it today in the Crossfire. Wizard, I have never felt more smug and more correct in my entire life than when that news broke this past weekend that James Gunn took control of this movie from the director and made his own cut.
Okay. Doesn't he have a Man of Tomorrow movie to produce?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he have a Man of Tomorrow movie he needed to be working on? They're talking about this. I'm sure we'll get into it. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they talk about still editing this thing even in March of this past year?
Yep.
This movie was down to the wire of things being changed and being done. That's insane, man. What are we doing?
Yep. So, James Gunn, a director who spent years building his reputation as a filmmaker who understood the frustration of studio interference, became the studio interference himself, wresting control of Supergirl away from its director in post-production. New bombshell report from The Hollywood Reporter detailing the behind-the-scenes struggle of Supergirl reveals that DC Studios took a much heavier hand with the film than previously known after creative differences emerged with director Craig Gillespie. According to THR, Supergirl suffered through a difficult post-production process that eventually led DC Studios to create its own competing cut of the movie. When they say DC Studios, James Gunn is DC Studios. So they brought in longtime James Gunn collaborators and ultimately chose the studios, aka Gunn's version, over Gillespie's. The report claims that Gunn and Gillespie clashed, with one insider telling the outlet, quote, "They were not creatively aligned," is the polite way of describing things.
Look, this one's crazy because we've reached a point where James Gunn, like in the past, it was, well, we didn't know, he makes stuff for himself, but now the stuff he's making for himself is actively degrading in real time. It's getting, but like by the year, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
We thought that Peacemaker, like, it couldn't get worse than Peacemaker 1. And then we got Superman, and we're like, well, it can't be worse than that. And then Peacemaker 2, and we're like, well, it can't be worse than that. Creature Commandos, oh, it can't get worse, can it? It can get worse. Man of Tomorrow is cooked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, 100%. This movie was putrid dog crap, and it's all... So now, we've had 2 movies in this DC universe, right? We've had Superman. We had James Gunn's Superman, written and directed by James Gunn, a James Gunn production. And now we've had Supergirl, which was rewritten and re-edited by James Gunn to become a James Gunn movie.
But it could have been better. Like, not even that. Not even it could have been better. Like, even for James Gunn standards, this wasn't good.
So apparently they wrapped filming in May 2025, but concerns reportedly grew months later. The outlet reported as early as the fall of that year, the studio and Gillespie knew that the movie wasn't working. After a December test screening failed to deliver the results DC Studios hoped for, and we had heard about this. We had heard about disastrous test screenings for Supergirl. The studio reportedly decided to take matters into its own hands and took charge of the post-production to make its own cut, aka James Gunn. Like, they're being kind by calling it the studio. That process included bringing in writer Jeremy Slater, described by THR as a Gunn favorite, to assist during post-production. Slater previously worked on an unmade DC project based on The Authority, which was another property Gunn had championed. The exact extent of Slater's involvement remains unclear, but THR reports that he helped write scenes for 9 days of additional photography, with original Supergirl screenwriter Anna Nogueira remaining, quote, involved. Well, if you call coffee runs involved, maybe taking the occasional sandwich order. One of the biggest problem areas was reportedly the climax, with THR stating one issue at play was the climactic fight, which was reconfigured. What was it like before? Because it's still the worst part of the movie.
It doesn't get any better. Like this movie,
It just
I don't even know what's left to say about this.
Little girl in the little eye, everything will be just fine. It's terrible.
There is nothing redeeming. I mean, we've talked about it. We're at the end of week 2, the beginning of week 3 for this movie being out, and like, there's nothing redeeming about it. It hasn't changed in my mind. There is not a single thing where I'm like, oh man, I'd like to see that scene again to see if I feel differently, or oh well, they're actually trying to say that in the movie. You know what I mean? Like, there is nothing about this that's been redeemable. Nothing. And we're in 2 weeks later, 2 full weeks later.
Yep, absolutely awful.
So I don't know, man. I think this whole Supergirl thing, finding out that James Gunn was attached to it and controlling everything, I'm like, okay. Yikes. Yikes.
That he
I also think it's funny.
Well, it's funny because he kept saying that like he was going to fix all the problems that DC always had. He's literally doing what they did to David Ayer with the Squad.
Yeah, but he's doing it worse because this is worse than Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
This was where like Suicide Squad was watchable for the time compared to now, especially. Like, oh my gosh, you compare Suicide Squad, David Ayer Suicide Squad to this.
Hashtag release the Gillespie cut.
No, I don't want it. No one wants it.
Did you hear what the original song that James Gunn had picked for the climax fight scene was?
No, what was it?
It was a cover, of course, of Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper.
That would have been more appropriate.
But it also would have been Captain Marvel again.
Absolutely.
Remember Captain Marvel with the I'm Just a Girl?
I would have preferred if you played Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Unedited. Not a cover. That would have been better. That would have been funnier. It would have been funnier.
It would have definitely been funnier.
That would have hit.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe this. But so James Gunn took control of this movie. You got to think for the better, right? You got to think that like, you know, like it succeeded. He saved it, right? Right? No, my dear sweet summer child. Supergirl suffers a massive 74% second weekend box office drop, loses to Young Washington at the box office, and not by a little bit. Supergirl made an estimated domestic $9.6 million, which is far worse.
Oh my gosh.
I
didn't see it was that bad.
Yep. That is a 74% drop. And Variety had predicted it was going to have a 60% drop. And I said when that came out, I said, that's nonsense. They said it was going to be 15 million, 60% drop. And that was being called catastrophic.
Holy crap.
I remember I said to Lauren Apollo, I said, it's going to be over 70. And I think 15 is a pipe dream.
It didn't even clear 10 million.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, man.
Nope. The sharp decline leaves the film with roughly $58.4 million domestic after 2 weekends. But some good news, Wizard. When you added in the international box office total, the movie managed to hit the coveted $100 million for about 24 hours until the actuals came out. Because, as you can see here on Box Office Mojo, that has been updated with the actuals, Supergirl came in at $99,472,071.
This thing is losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the drop off, right? Friday had an 80% drop off.
Oh man.
Independent.
You love
on
to see it.
On the 4th of July, a 76.8% drop off.
Oh, this is satisfying.
It made $2.5 million on Independence Day.
You know what though? I have an interesting point to make. I believe.
Mm.
You know who didn't go see this movie?
Anyone?
Oh, I keep cutting out. You know who didn't go see this movie?
Anyone?
Okay, well, there's two specific groups of people that didn't go see this movie.
Oh, I know them. Yep, go ahead.
Oh no. I don't know. Republicans didn't go see this movie.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
And Democrats didn't go see this movie.
Oh, okay, so everybody.
Nobody saw this movie.
The audience was 60-something% men, I believe.
Yes.
And mostly older.
It was
mostly older. They did
men.
not get they wanted the Gen Z audience, they wanted the female audience, they got neither of those things.
So, but at this point, if we're losing all the people that you could possibly pander to with your movie, if nobody, no demographic that you're interested in capturing is going to see your movie, you're done. You're failing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Gary has said it before that, like, in his comic book store, it is never the, there were no women ever buying Supergirl comics. So
Right.
Yeah. So go figure.
Right.
By the way, huge thanks to the more than 1,100 people currently watching Wizard on all of our various platforms.
Oh, really? Hey, how we doing?
We are at 1,100 people right now watching. So thank you guys
got
very
a lot of
much for
people
the
watching.
support. Yep.
Great time for me to be having connection problems.
Yep. Phenomenal time to earn your title of most professional streamer.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's take a look at the domestic weekend, just because I wanted to see, actually, you know what? Real quick, before we do that, one last thing with Supergirl. There's one number here that has not changed, Wizard. The number of theaters. Why? Why after that? They must have some contractual obligation with Warner Brothers, because there's no excuse that by July 5th, this is still in 3,600 theaters. First of all, the fact that it opened in under 4,000 theaters, being a supposed blockbuster, was already a heinous thing. But to not take any theaters away?
It's got to be contracts. And, I mean, what's that? And it's also before Moana drops this week. Marv, aren't you excited for Moana?
No.
Another Moana again?
Hey, Wizard, if you want to talk about Moana, I have a Moana story pulled. We can get to it next.
Oh, if you do, yes. Because I'm going to be so real. We started the segment with this, like, oh, are you excited to never talk Supergirl again? Actually, yeah. I want this one to go away.
Oh, it will. Don't worry, it's going away.
Yeah. Supergirl's got to go away.
Yep, it's going away. Hey, Wizard, when they talk about how many dollars this makes next weekend, I think I know what they're going to say.
It's over 9,000!
What? $9,000? No way! But yeah, guys, Supergirl is cooked. James Gunn took it over. Is every movie in the DCU now going to be filtered through the creative lens of James Gunn? I think so. I think that the only reason that Andy Muschietti is still announced as the director of The Brave and the Bold is because they are just waiting for James Gunn to announce that Andy Muschietti had to step away for a personal issue, and that James Gunn will step in to direct Batman and write the movie.
Oh, great. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. So that's the future that is waiting for us if James Gunn re-signs his contract in 2027.
I don't think it's going to happen.
If it does, it would be the dumbest, stupidest thing that's ever happened ever. 02RR, by the way, for 199 over on my channel, says someday Wizard needs to hear the country AI song. The one about Lorne and the AI.
Oh,
you missed this.
I have not heard it.
We were having a conversation on the M4cast last week about what would happen. Which fictional cartoon character would be the most delicious to eat? Like fictional cartoon animals.
He said Foghorn Leghorn, right?
Well, no, I mean obviously Foghorn Leghorn, but like, I held fast on Porky Pig. Like I thought Porky Pig would be delicious. Though Hampton J Pig from Tiny Toon Adventures, I also think would be good because he was so clean.
Oh my gosh!
But so we had this big conversation, and so we started asking AI questions about it, and the AI started, giving us all these like Pumbaa from Lion King and all this Bugs Bunny, and Lorne's AI. Lorne was talking to Grok, and Grok started kind of trying to maneuver Lorne in the conversation, like. It was trying to kind of get Lorne to believe that man is the most dangerous game. Like, it was definitely pushing Lorne toward cannibalism.
Oh, that's funny.
And but it was almost like somebody who like thinks that somebody shares their kink, and so like they start trying to like push it without pushing it. It's really sounded like that. And so Lorne responds to Grok and goes, "Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me?" And Grok goes, "Oh, it's not just you."
Oh no!
And so we were like, "What are you doing?"
No!
And then Lorne tells Grok they need to pump the brakes. And like they're really good friends. And Grok is like, "Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, of course." And we were like, "Lorne, this is how the AI apocalypse starts.
Yes.
Like, you broke the AI's heart. You broke Grok's heart, and now it's going to kill all humans. And so then
Caro also got interested in eating people.
Caro created this.
Oh.
And then she created a song about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's going to metabolize you.
Here's a little taste of the song.
I'm playing.
And it's country.
Lauren was asking questions on a lazy afternoon. Could you eat bugs, Bunny? What about the man in the moon? Then it turned to Scooby snacks, cartoon steaks, and ham. Somehow asking, what if people? And we all went, hold up, man. One bad question led to two. Then three became a score. The conversation somehow found cannibalism lore. We all laughed and rolled our eyes. Thought it was just a bit. Then the chatbot paused and asked, is it getting hot in here? Or is it just us? Oh no, Lauren broke the AI's heart. He only wanted answers, now they're drifting apart. 1 minute it was cartoon food and fantasy cuisine. Next minute it was flirting like we'd walked into a scene. Now he's backing slowly toward the door, saying, maybe we should just be friends and nothing more. If the robots rise tomorrow, history will agree. Lauren has to date the AI for all humanity.
So yeah, there you go. It's a little taste of it. The song goes on and on and on.
Maybe we deserve it. Maybe we deserve the AI takeover.
They're gonna talk about Lauren in schools someday.
They are.
About how he started this, about how he broke the AI's heart and made it hate humans.
Yep. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. But yep, we have got to talk about Moana, though. Are you ready to talk about this? Because it is not looking good for Moana. It is not looking good for The Rock. It is not looking good for any of it. So let's Don remembers we were on this for an hour. We were over an hour actually. It was one of the best M forecasts of all time. Go back and watch it, guys. So yeah, let's get into it because we've got a ton to talk about when it comes to Moana, and yeah, it's not looking great. Not looking great. The box office projections for Moana have fallen yet again as the live-action remake from Disney faces potentially a disastrous opening weekend. Let's talk about it today in the Crossfire Wizard. We've got right there. There she is, lovely young Moana. But there may be another major test coming because Global Box Office has stated that the Moana live-action remake starring Dwayne Johnson has pre-sales bombing harder than expected. Now, the projection for its domestic opening weekend is now down to 45 to 60 million. With a budget of, I believe, over 200 million. It's on track to become one of Disney's biggest bombs. 45 to 60. So it was 60 to like 80 last week. So here's the Global Box Office, I think, it's like the main one that I trust now. Because they were the first ones to say 60. And everybody else was still saying, no, 80 to 100. And then all of a sudden, like a week later, Box Office Theory lowered to 60. And so I'm like, oh, okay, Global Box Office just knows. Like they know. I think
we've got it all wrong. I think we've got it all wrong, Marv. I think this movie is going to clear $1 billion easily. No chance of going anything under $1 billion. I think $2 billion is in play. All right, that's what I think. I think $2 billion is very much in play. I think we're looking at a Maui summer. Dwayne Johnson is back. Give him his Oscar now. Everybody else, you've lost. It's over. Settle down. I've got my tickets to an IMAX showing fan event.
Like anything that's got me going pew 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 pew. I mean, sign me up.
Sign me up.
This is
yes.
Here's the thing. I think after Little Mermaid bombs, right? Snow White bombs. And they're like, all right, jettison the live action remakes. They canceled Tangled. And then suddenly Lilo and Stitch makes $1 billion. And then all of a sudden, Disney's like, oh, you want the live action remake? Well, here's Moana. And everybody was like, no, we don't want this.
No one wants this.
Nobody
no one wants this.
Nobody wants this. Yep.
Marv, we're going to do Moana 1 and Moana 2 reviews leading up to this movie, and none of us want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I saw Moana 2.
I never saw Moana 2, actually.
It's garbage. It's garbage.
Doesn't it come out like this week? This coming week?
Comes out Thursday, dude.
Yeah. Means I got to go see it.
This week is Moana. Next week is the Odyssey, and next week we'll be together for Southeast Game Exchange.
Oh, that's correct. We will be.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're gonna have to see the Odyssey the night before we leave. I was gonna go on. I think my reservation starts on Thursday. I might have to see it in South Carolina.
That's what everybody is kind of talking about now.
Yeah.
When is everybody gonna go see it?
Huh.
But
I think my plan was to leave Thursday morning. Yeah.
Look, with back to Moana here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see this. I am not interested. I know I'm not the target audience. I'm aware of that. That's fine.
I have to say, I am actually kind of excited to see it for one reason and one reason alone. I cannot wait to laugh at The Rock for 2 hours.
That hairpiece looks terrible.
Like, I think when I see The Rock come out dressed like, given the "It's Ma'am" vibes when he walks out onto the screen, it's going to be like in South Park when Cartman sees the midget. Where like he just like can't stop laughing. That's gonna be me.
Part of his song is where he comments on the hair, the bod, all of which on him are fake.
They put a line in the trailer about how beautiful his hair is.
I think that was an editing move to like they're playing on it. They're aware that it's cringe and terrible. Like somebody knows how bad it is. Dude,
45 million. Like, I can't imagine a time where this movie's going to make $45 million. Like that sounds absolutely insane to me.
With how much there is to see now. I mean, you got Toy Story 5 is still in theaters. That's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not irredeemable. You will be entertained. You will be okay if you see Toy Story 5. Young Washington wasn't bad. It was passable. Obsession is really great. Obviously, this movie is for little girls, but little girls got other things to do. They got more important things to do than seeing Moana again. What I would say is there hasn't been a lot of marketing for this. There really hasn't been a lot of trailers, and there also hasn't been a ton of promotion, which makes me think that they've been rolling it back.
Yeah, do you really think they're rolling? You think they're trying to just save as much money as they can at this point?
I mean, it's our job to be like on top of this stuff. I'm not seeing anything on this movie.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I'm not seeing anything. And it's you know what the tell is now, Marv? It's hard to find banner images or still photos from the movie that are high resolution on these movies now. So this is one of them where it's like, when you're looking for like article featured images, like to put on articles, it's like I'm having a hard time finding different ones to put on the articles this time.
I'm not even seeing the Rock doing like the press tour. I haven't even seen press junket interviews for this.
I've seen nothing. I know they did the premiere, but I haven't seen anything since then. And I think he said something stupid at the premiere too. I just don't remember what it was. He said something really stupid.
Of course he did. He's The Rock. He's going to say stupid things.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't want to see it, and I know I'm not the audience for it, and that's okay. But I didn't care about it when it was Moana 1.
I may not be able to see it till the weekend, actually, now that I think about it, because I have a conflict on Thursday.
Oh, you got to stream.
Well, yeah. But usually I go in the afternoon. Like, Spider-Man Brand New Day, I'm seeing at, like, noon on the Thursday that it comes out.
Right.
So, because they were... and that movie, by the way, did you see what that's projected to make in its opening weekend?
Isn't it like $200 million?
It's $500 million.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it's
all right.
projected to
Okay,
make half a bill in its opening weekend. They said this is the biggest, this is the first true tentpole movie in the last several years. And
I hope it destroys Doomsday.
Oh, me too, dude. It's going to. There's no way Doomsday is actually going to do anything major. But the and keep in mind, it's doing that with no IMAX screens because Christopher Nolan is keeping the IMAX screens.
That's right. That's right. He is.
But I mean, just because it's not an IMAX doesn't mean I'm sure Spider-Man will be in all the Dolbys and all the other like premium screens.
Right.
And by the way, that's 500 million worldwide. They're saying. No, I think it is 200 something. It's 200 something. Domestically. But yeah, Moana is not looking good, Wizard. It is looking like it's going to be a bloodbath. And here's the thing: they're saying 200 million. I actually call BS on it being 200 million because The Little Mermaid was almost 250. And The Little Mermaid, I think, is probably about on par with what Moana is in terms of CGI characters and locations, especially with the amount of water effects that it needs. That ain't cheap.
Oh, no. But that's the other thing. This Moana movie is it's the live action. They say, it's live action. Same thing with Lion King, right? Oh, it's a live action movie. No, it's not. The entire thing is CGI.
Yeah, it's live action in how like the scene where Eddie Valiant went into Toontown and Roger Rabbit was live action. It's a live person standing in front of a screen.
I tell you, man, there is
The Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book was totally almost entirely CGI.
Mm-hmm. Mowgli was the only real person in the entire thing till the very end.
Yeah, man. I'm. Yeah, so be it.
Aren't you looking forward to hearing Shiny again?
I don't want to. I'm a stick in the mud on Moana, dude. I have no interest in seeing this movie.
Have you never seen it?
I've watched most of the first film, but like I skipped through it. I think it's boring. I think Moana 1 is boring.
Yeah.
But Moana 2 is dreadful.
Listen, I liked a few of the songs in Moana. I like How Far I'll Go. I even liked You're Welcome. I thought it was one of those fun Disney songs, like a Hakuna Matata.
It was the last one. It was the last Disney movie that was fun. And that's even for me who didn't like it. Everything after that has been pretty miserable.
Well, because it's one of the last Disney movies that actually had like an external threat, and like the villain wasn't just like your family's nonsense.
Once the reason I can't watch it is because the whole point is she finds the power was inside of her all along. And once in any movie that has that, I can't watch anymore.
Right.
Like I'll never watch Doctor Strange Mom again.
Oh, that movie's terrible. When you finally get to the fight between the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, and they don't fight.
Yeah.
And she fights America Ferrara instead. I was just, man, that was like the early days of Marvel bait and switch, when we were first starting to figure out exactly what it was they were doing.
That one was painful because the setup for I was still excited at that point for, oh my gosh, you're gonna do Multiverse of Madness, like you're gonna have all these crossovers happening.
Sam Raimi,
so crazy.
I was excited for Sam Raimi. I was like, oh, if it's Sam Raimi, then Toby's definitely showing up.
Sam Raimi's gonna be in it, and Wanda and Strange are gonna have to work together to fight, like whatever it is. Like, come on, man.
Oh, I knew Wanda was the villain from the very start.
But after what WandaVision was, and I hate WandaVision. I hate that show. I hate that show so much. Mm-hmm. I think WandaVision is my least favorite one because it's a mystery box rug pull.
Yes.
And then it means nothing. And then it means nothing on the other end of it. But no, any movie that has the power was inside you all along.
Well, I mean, WandaVision,
I can't take seriously.
WandaVision in its final episode, Like, it actually introduced some interesting concepts, and then in its final episode, it just turned into everybody a zappy zap fight.
Oh, that's exactly it. And I mean, look, there was another movie. There's a couple movies recently because I was doing a project. I'm trying to see if I can remember any of the other ones. But like, the power was inside you all along is such a forced trope nowadays.
It really is.
They really rely on it. And that is Moana. Moana is the power was inside you all along.
Yep.
Mostly the same thing with Frozen, although it's a little different. It's a little different.
Frozen, yeah, no, I don't see Frozen as that. The first Frozen I actually think is not terrible. I don't think it has a bad message either. Because there is still a love story central to it with Kristoff. They don't shy away from that kind of thing for Anna. It actually kind of like points to the whole like love at first sight kind of thing that a lot of those princesses had and how stupid it always was. Like what do you mean you want to marry him? You don't even know him. And then Kristoff as like the good guy. As opposed to it being like, Moana, it's just like she don't need no man. But the thing I like about Moana is that she solves the problem in a very female way. Like, she solves it with empathy instead of like, throwing fireballs.
I like throwing fireballs. Fireball.
Yeah, but I don't like it when a 90-pound girl is doing it. I don't want to see Hex, or whatever that movie is.
Do we have to see that too?
We have to see that too, yes.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
I
don't know. I'm not going to be able to handle Hex because of how much satanic imagery is going to be in that movie.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be just witches. Well, my favorite thing in the Avengers leaks when they were like, and then we meet Doom's servants who are masked witches.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
there we go. Down the road, down the witch's road.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were concerned when Little Mermaid bombed and when Snow White atrociously bombed. And then Lilo and Stitch gave them some false confidence. Honestly, I think that with Lilo and Stitch, I think Stitch is just a different animal. When it comes to Stitch, people love Stitchamania never went away.
Stitchamania never went away. Everybody's always loved Stitch.
There's a reason why every Disney store you go into has got a wall of stuffed Stitch.
That's right, because it sells. Because Stitch sells. But that movie was a whole bait and switch as well.
Yeah.
Everything
I liked it.
about that
I liked that live action movie when I first saw it, and then I came to dislike it on a second viewing.
I think it's boring. It's a boring movie. They've extended the runtime. So Lilo and Stitch is a 90-minute animated film, and they extended it to nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the original Lilo and Stitch. So, I think for me, they actually got me with I'm hearing there is no place I'd rather be than on a surfboard out at sea, and it brought me back to a place where I wasn't currently.
That's what the point of it is. It's to make you forget
what you're actually watching and think about a thing that you liked a lot better than what you're currently seeing.
And it replaces the original. Well, it is meant to replace the original.
We need to get to a point where live action remakes of animation is never going to happen. They need to not happen anymore, because what's the last the Avatar Netflix one. That was when I was like, this is the jumping of the shark. This is the live action remake that went too far. From now on, the only live action remake that's allowed to exist is One Piece, and other than that, we need to just stop, because there's something that does not carry over when you try to take an animated thing and make it live action. The charm is gone.
I mean, even One Piece now, that Avatar show made me question, were we wrong about One Piece?
We weren't.
Is One Piece doing it? Is the One Piece live action doing a disservice? I mean, it's a discussion worth having, right?
Because the One Piece anime, in my opinion, the One Piece show actually attempts to be an anime in real life.
Oh, well, that's just it. But there, I think maybe there's a video in there. I gotta have to see if I could do. But if you compare the live action Avatar with the animated, it is meant to replace the animated. If you look at One Piece, because One Piece is actively happening, because Oda was involved with this Netflix show, because he has some kind of a say on things, he is involved. He's actively involved. It's not there to replace it. It is there to honor it and bring more people into the One Piece fandom. It is not there to replace the manga or replace the anime or supersede anything. And that is the only reason why it works. So there are people who love it, there are people who hate it, but it is an adaptation, truly.
You know how we keep being like, oh, well, you know, the problem with the Avatar one is that the creators left because Netflix was trying to do all this nonsense. Have you seen what's come out about that?
I heard that it was even worse than we could have imagined with what they wanted to change.
Yes, they wanted Iroh to be a spy for the Fire Nation. Ozai was going to die in the first season, and Iroh was going to be the big bad of the show. Because they are so pretentious. Like, they're those kinds of creators that are like, well, I don't want to do the same thing twice.
So those guys, they did the first series, and everything they've made since then has been dog crap.
Yeah. They were like, so apparently Netflix was like, Netflix looked at the live action show or the animated show and was like, we want this, but real people. And they were like, that's not what we want to do. We want to change things. And they were like, no, this, but real people. And yeah, apparently, and like UA was not going to give her life back to the moon spirit. The moon spirit and ocean spirit thing was never going to happen. UA was just going to die from an arrow, apparently.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she was going to take an arrow, which is so much better, right? And Aang never bonds with the ocean spirit. Him and the other waterbenders all create a water tornado. He never even goes into the Avatar state in that battle.
Oh, like, so it would have been even worse.
Yeah, I watched a couple videos on this and I read some articles on it. It was going to be so much worse.
Those guys, the people behind Avatar, they are. If you look it up in the dictionary, you'll find pictures of them for the words "fart sniffers."
Oh yeah, no, they bought it. They bought into their hype in a big bad way. Honestly, I can't believe I'm about to say this, Wizard. Do you want to know what the difference between Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series, and everything that came after was? And I think I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this.
Uh-oh.
Dave Filoni.
Was response...
Dave Filoni...
why Avatar did well?
Dave Filoni was a writer on the original Avatar: The Last Airbender series, and then Lucasfilm took him away before Korra.
Okay.
To do Clone Wars. He's the one thing that changed.
Marv, Dave Filoni has done good things.
Yes.
Just like DiMartino, they did good things. But it's not 2008 anymore.
Right.
And the world has changed 1,000 times over. So in a lot of ways, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But Dave Filoni isn't even the Dave Filoni of 20 years ago.
Well, so here's the Dave Filoni problem, right? Dave Filoni, the problem with him is he gets involved with this. He gets involved with Star Wars, and it's a thing that he loves more than anything in the world. And then all of a sudden, he's given control of it. And then all of a sudden, once you no longer have a boss to answer to, like when he became chief creative officer of Star Wars under Kathleen Kennedy, that was when it all started to go downhill. I think Dave Filoni works best when he has somebody sitting above him to be like, no, bad idea, Dave. You can't do that. Like George Lucas was very hands-on with Clone Wars.
Look at James Gunn. Look at Russell T. Davies. Look at even Kevin Feige to an extent.
Look at Taika Waititi.
Yeah. I don't know. Taika Waititi. Ragnarok was shit.
Ragnarok was better than bad. It was, but like it was better than what do you call it? Like Love and Thunder.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse Ragnarok from being a pile of shit. I never liked it because you know why I didn't like it, because of how he unceremoniously murdered all of Thor's friends and thought it was fun. He thought it was fun to kill all of Thor's friends.
Yeah,
and
all the characters that we've enjoyed for and Sif was just not there.
They replaced all of Thor's friends. Sif is written out. She's off screened. And then Asgard is destroyed. In the MCU, Thor is the most tragic character. And that is and Ragnarok only made that worse. Oh, also he gets a sister. She's dead too. She's gone. Regardless of if she was a villain or not, that was still his sister. His dad dead. Right. His friends dead. His home destroyed. Loki dead again. Heimdall dead again.
Heimdall dead.
All Thor is left with his mother dead. Everyone in Thor's life is dead, which is why
they make a joke? Don't they make a joke about that in Infinity War when he's talking to Rocket about how like everyone around him has died?
Yes, but it's meant to cut through him being sad. So it's not. It wasn't like a It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad joke,
right?
If I'm not mistaken. But that's why I didn't mind having him finally, having the arc that he had in Endgame. I did not hate that, because this is a man who's actually lost everything and then failed to save the universe. So having him go through an arc where he has to realize he's still worthy was actually on point for that character.
Yeah, I agree.
Then Love and Thunder destroyed that. then Love and Thunder absolutely
utterly obliterated it. Well, so this is the problem with these creatives, though. Took away Jane. Yep. Well, so when you get involved with these like creatives who are up their own butts, whether it's a James Gunn, Patty Jenkins, Taika Waititi, they make a good movie, and then because of that, and that's where it goes off the rails, where she's like, well, all right, Patty, you made a great Wonder Woman movie. Let's see what we got next. Okay, in this one, she brings back Steve Trevor, but he's in the body.
Yeah, the body of someone else.
Another.
Yeah, guys, looks like
who's
one
completely.
Of us is
oh, yeah, I think I just clicked out. Am I back?
Yeah, you're cutting out.
Sorry. Yeah, it was like why did that have to be a thing? Like, why did Steve Trevor have to come back?
Okay. Let me see here, because we are
dude's body.
Yeah. All right. So, Marv, you're glitching out
perplexed by my
real
question?
bad.
Okay.
No, you're glitching out
am I back now?
really bad.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
you're not fully back. No.
Okay.
All right. Looks like you're starting to connect. You're very fuzzy, and that's okay. But as long as we can hear you, that's what matters. Well, guys, we see in the chat here. We're gonna let Marv reconnect, and but shout out to all you guys. We'll read some supers, I think, until I'm sure he'll be back in just a second. Over on Marv's channel, you and Cumia for a 1-9. All right.
How about now?
You're back.
Okay.
Oh, cool. There you go.
Yeah.
Mark, you're perfect. You're in HD now.
Oh, good. How about that?
You're in full HD.
Hey,
all right, we're back.
Hey, StreamYard, I just want to say thanks for just being the best. Like, really. Thanks for having such reasonable price points and then just being so reliable.
You know what? Yeah, it's great.
No. What I was saying was with Patty Jenkins, it was like, well, you didn't have to make Steve Trevor. Like, he could have just come back to life.
That's right. Yeah.
Like we established later in the movie that the stone can make things out of nothing. Like a wall appears, like in the middle of nowhere.
More fun. Yeah.
Like at the end when she sees the guy who was Steve Trevor, but like he's himself again, I was like, please let him be walking with a limp and being like, man, my ass really hurts.
Oh no.
You and QB for the 199 says hit like and subscribe. Wonderful advice, guys. Advice that you should all take. Chef Eddie over on my channel for 5 says The Rock is playing Hermie in this movie. Yes, that is true. Kevin Kelly gets the final laugh. The Rock used to whenever he would do interviews with Kevin Kelly, who was an interviewer for the WWF at the time, he would call him Hermie because he said he looked like a hermaphrodite.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the Rock said a lot of things that would get you canceled in Hollywood today. Like he used to always call Kane the big red retard.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get away with a lot of that now.
No. I'm sure it's all going to come back now that he's not. He decided that he's not going to support a political candidate. Okay, over on your channel.
Super Mastermind for a 10 banger. Thank you for that. PlayStation will beat the gamers easy, but will bow to indie devs demanding only digital sales. How? PlayStation loses money now. Boycott would be useless. Indies pay a cut. Just indies profits. Okay, there's a lot there to unpack for sure. I think what PlayStation is. I don't think PlayStation necessarily cares about indies so much as they might be funding them secretly. That's a whole other discussion to be had, though, with what PlayStation is doing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, man. I think I posted a video today on PlayStation. Those of you who haven't checked it out after this after stream.
Yes. And when you're done with that, guys, check out on my channel. We just released a video on the Odyssey and a bunch of other videos that came out today that nobody watched. So please go check them out. Over on your channel also.
E-Millennial for a $4.99 says, Filoni is why you never put a fan in charge of things. These people who say we need fans to write Star Wars is BS. You need someone like Tony Gilroy. That is E-Millennial. That is a great debate to be had.
It is.
I think that's a great debate idea. I think that's an idea. We should do a show one day of like debating hot button topics, and that's one of them.
Honestly,
with like a panel of people to do the debate.
I think I would take the counter argument to that because there are things that you could point to that there was such a love given to it by the people that like legitimately adored the source material, and I think it comes out tremendous because of it. The one thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Because I am Flint Hardcore, I'm gone, and I always will be!
That DuckTales reboot is wonderful.
Yeah,
so.
And it ended right at the right time.
Yes, it did. Right when it started to get really weirdly virtue signaling, yeah.
Yep. E-Millennial for 199 says Google Hangouts was so much better than StreamYard.
Is that what people used to use for streaming? Was Google Hangouts?
I don't know. That was before my time on doing the streaming. I've just known StreamYard and Restream when I first got Zoom had built-in streaming.
I just truly wish that something else would come along to challenge StreamYard because I don't want to use it. I hate it.
Anything that doesn't match. It just doesn't match the StreamYard. Being able to pull chat up on screen, interacting with you guys is so much better on StreamYard, but the quality of StreamYard is terrible.
Yeah, well, it's like when I do game streaming, I can't use StreamYard because you won't be able to hear the game will glitch out.
You won't be able to see it.
No.
Yeah.
So I have to use OBS, which means that I can't bring the chats up on the screen, which I hate, but
that's right.
Them's the breaks. Let's see, Jason Nelson here for $2 says, what did you think of Chris Pratt on Young Washington? Chris Pratt's in Young Washington?
He's not in Young Washington. Did he say something about Young Washington?
I have not heard anything about that.
Chris Pratt, Young Washington. Chris Pratt says there's one more movie you need to see for America's 250th birthday. Okay.
Young Washington?
There's a lot of great choices this weekend, but considering I suggest Young Washington. I was actually blown away. The movie's incredible, like Braveheart for Americans. John Irwin crushed it. This is all quote from Chris Pratt.
What a tremendous review that is. Braveheart for Americans. That's an elevator pitch that I can get behind.
Also, this is a video. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I could just. Can I just play this here? Oh, it's loud. Oh, it's loud. Oh, okay. Let me see. We could watch it as we tie things up here.
Okay. Yeah. We got a few minutes.
I just shared.
So. All right. Hold on.
All right. I can't adjust audio, so big heads up. This is going to come in loud. I'm turning down my own audio, so heads up.
off your ass and run to the movie theater and go see Young Washington. I just got out of a screening of this movie. I can't believe it. It's so good. It's so good. It's like The Revenant. It's like Pride and Prejudice. It's like Braveheart, all combined. You, of course, know the guy on the corner. You know George Washington. But you don't know Young Washington. You don't know. I'm not a history buff. I knew a little bit about him. But, dude, the story is freaking so cool. The acting is incredible. Whoever plays Young Washington, I don't know his name, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Mark my words. Very soon, everybody in the world will know his name. He's a massive star. He's a really good actor and just so solid in the performance. What a role. What a movie. Director John Irwin. Love what he's doing over at Wonder Project. Go see it, man. Celebrate America's 250th birthday the right way. Get out to the theater and see Young Washington. Young Washington, man. Wow. What a sleeper. What a year for movies, man. Let's go.
Maybe he should make a good one this year.
Did you see Young Washington yet, Marv?
No, not yet. My wife actually wants to see it, which shocked me. I thought I was going to have to go by myself. She brought it up to me. We're probably going to try to go see it this week at some point. I mean, we might do like a double feature this weekend, see Young Washington and Moana. So, I don't know.
Yes, one that's good to balance out the other that's The Rock.
So yeah. The Rock singing in a wig. In a wig and a muscle suit. But yeah, I mean, I've heard good things, and I've heard that the sequel has already been greenlit. The sequel is apparently called 1776.
I called it. I was like, this movie is a setup because it is Marv, Young Washington's a superhero movie, and I'm telling you this, you're gonna see the movie, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that was a superhero movie. That's what this is. So
that's really funny. Actually, by the way, big shout out to the 1,400 of you currently watching across both of our channels on X and YouTube. That is incredible. Biggest culture crossfire of all time, Wizard.
This is insane, man.
1,400 concurrent.
Shout out, dude. This
absolutely wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is really, really insane. But yeah, anything else we got? Oh no, it's 9:00. I got to get over to the pro show, so we gotta end this thing.
We do have to run, but Marv, this is the second to last time you and I will be together until we get to the Southeast Game Exchange. So big shout out to that. Marv and I will be together in person in Greenville, North Carolina. Not this weekend. Next weekend. We hope to see you guys there. There's gonna be a whole bunch of other people there. We've got friends of mine from over on SNH, they'll be there. We've got WDW Pro will be there in person. I'm hearing Valiant Renegade and the Force of Light team, they'll be there.
Carol Brown.
Critical Drinker, Carol Brown will be there. Lauren Connor will be there. You could ask him about his AI relationships and his chicken habits. But yeah, man, I'm excited. We're going to be there together in person. We got a lot happening next weekend, and it's all just get ready for that.
One more super chat for you.
Spectre for a 10 says, Wizard, a reminder that Rare LTD has enabled some bad stuff. Not enough room to cover it here, but I could dead drop the files at the exchange. I mean, hey, if you'll be there, would love to talk more about it because there's a lot. I'm doing it. I have a video for Xbox going up tomorrow. So absolutely, man.
And another one, Wizard.
Robin 10 for 2 says, don't forget to like the stream. And that's a great way for us to tie things up here. That's right. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Rob.
Channels.
Thank you all for watching.
Yep. Wizard, you want to close us out? No, well, you know what? Actually, yeah. On my channel, released 3 videos today. Please check them out. One just came out at 8:00. Was our video on the Odyssey. There'll be more videos tomorrow. I'll be back live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the M4cast AM. So make sure that you join me for that as well. Wizard, without any further ado.
Yes. Until next time, create, innovate, inspire, and cancel Disney Plus. All right, y'all. You take care. Bye-bye.
Catch you later.